So now I move and I use here the advanced imaging. It's the same chart. If you don't know, it's the same chart. You see, it's the same chart. The only difference here is that we see more information. And what we see also the tone and colors. Yeah, we see in this control panel is the same, but it's more elaborate, and we can see the tone and the color on the sides of the gates. Yeah. So that's where we are looking. We are looking at the tone and color, and we are looking in particular at the tone to start with, starting with the tone. So this triangle represents the tone, and that's, if you remember, the tone is the internal architecture, the internal frequency that define our cognition. And what we are going to see is how this tone influences us. Depends on the number there that's in this triangle, how it influences us to move one direction or another. And here we move to those arrows. You see the arrows that are inside the circles, and they show the four variables. And usually we see those four arrows in some applications, in some we don't. But we see those four arrows, and they are directly related to the variables, and particularly to the tones in the variables. Yeah, and you see there either the significance of those these arrows is it either point to the left or to the right, and it's really very meaningful because it shows the orientation of our cognition is right or left, and we'll talk about it. And the way we do it is the tones 1, 2, and 3. You don't need to remember this, but if you see and you ask yourself why, so tone 1, 2, 3, it fixes it to the left, and the arrow points to the left, and tones 4, 5, 6 fix the variables to the right. Yeah, those in four places. And we will start with the first variable. So we talked about the phenomena, what's happening there, and let's see what's happening there with the first variable, and we will do it. Ra used to call it the radical transformation, looking at these four variables, this movement of aligning ourselves from the body. We start here with the sun, earth in the design side. You see where the square here up to the up left, and here is the same. I just moved to the advanced imaging and looking at the sun, earth, and the sun, earth, the variables, which means the tone and colors of this place in the body side. We are looking at the body side, at the hardware, and the first variable represents how our body meets life, not how we meet life, how our body meets life. Yeah, our inner well-being. Yeah, the well-being of our body. And that's the hardware that we want. We want it to be better. We want it to be good. We want it to enable us to live to our potential. So the first variables is really represent the brain set. And the brain is really responsible for the quality of our life. Yeah, and it is, and we talk here about digestion, and particular first and foremost the digestion of experiences. That's the cognition of our of how our body receive information and digest information from the outside in experiences, yeah? How we meet life, and our body process the information and store this. And it depends on our digestion of information. And we call all this area in human design primary health system. If you heard it, you heard probably PHS. So that's PHS. When we look at the variables on the body side, we are talking PHS, primary health system. It is based on the understanding that in order for us to bring out our unique potential, we need to align first with proper digestion. Yeah, we are talking in proper digestion. And it's not what we eat, because what we eat, we decide with our our authority. It's about the conditions and circumstances in which we eat to make the best condition or the best circumstances to digest life first. For example, we will go to the right and left, the tone, but we will not go to each color. We simply it's too much. But let's see, for example, someone with tone 3. It's tone 3. Every tone is about a particular sense, and tone 3 is external vision. People who have tone 3 there in Sun Earth, they have external visions, and every tone has a different smell, taste, etc. And they have a very powerful, like, super sense and sharp ability to be able to use the sense. And this, like, for example, external vision, a sharp ability to look out at the world, to see in the world. But if it's not properly nourished, it will interfere with this ability. If we eat something that is not in alignment with the condition and the circumstances that are the best for us, it will interfere with our super sense. And our super sense, it's on the body side, there is a deep connection between this to our inner authority. The inner authority which comes from the perception of the body. In this place, it's very meaningful. So we can say that the alignment with the best digestion, the right digestion for us process, will help us to align ourselves with our inner authority. Straightforward, we can say it. And back to the tone, because the tone decides if the brain here, is a left brain or right brain, depends on where it turns to. 1, 2, 3 to the left, 4, 5, 6 tone to the right. I'm just looking. I have some. Okay, just looking if I have some question. So if the arrow turns to the left, we have what we call an active brain. And it's totally different than a right brain, which is passive. Yeah, the left brain, the active brain, is that it's here to be active, and it needs stimulation. Yeah, this is a brain that needs stimulation. It needs to be. It is. It's not needs to be. It is an active brain, and the right brain is a receptive brain, as in is not meant to be active. It's not meant to be overwhelmed with stimulation, not meant to be very active, not meant to be very focused and not meant to be to move into stuff, into thing. Yeah, it's more like a sponge receiving information. The right brain is a calmer. Its job is not to chase something. The left brain is the fisherman, yeah? The left brain can focus and go into things, can go into after stuff, and it needs this stimulation, and it has this capacity. And the role of the right brain, passive brain, is to receive and store. It's a totally different role. And you can already see where it's going with. We have a lot of confusion in the world, and this whole phenomena of right and brain is relatively new in the world. So we have a lot of challenge in the all institutions. We will talk about it, how they don't have this phenomena of right passive brain. They don't have it. We used to be totally active left brain. So the left brain can eat more. When we talk about food, the active brain needs more food, and the right brain, the passive brain, needs less food. It can go on fasting, yeah, more and more natural to go on fasting. Not so much for the left brain, the active brain that needs a lot of fuel, so it can go after stuff, it can go study things. The right brain also study, but it's studied by observing, not by going after stuff, by being in this festival, by listening, not by autodidact. And let's go and see the second variables. And here we are still on the body side, on the red, but we are moving to the nodes of the moon. You remember, this is our movement is in space. And here we have something what we call external. Yeah, the nodes are the external variables because they show us the environment we meet. Yeah, that's what how we meet our environment in the movement. And it represents where we meet life, our outer well-being. Yeah, first was our inner well-being, our body, and here is where we meet our life, our outer well-being. And we talk here about the physical place of where we meet our life, or the physical frequency, not necessarily a particular place, but a particular physical frequency that is our unique place to meet life.